Every year, millions of people chase the dream of freedom, quitting their jobs, launching their own businesses, convinced they've finally found their big idea. But here's the brutal truth. Within just 5 years, 9 out of 10 of those dreams will collapse. Why? Is it bad luck? A weak economy? Or something deeper? A hidden pattern that repeats across every failed venture? From empty offices to vanished websites, behind every closed business lies the same set of mistakes. No strategy, no marketing pipeline, and no real understanding of what customers truly want. But the survivors, the rare 10%, do something different. They build slowly, spend carefully, and never stop selling their story. In this video, we'll uncover what separates the businesses that fade from those that flourish. Because success isn't just about having a great idea, it's about mastering the game of survival. Let's dissect the truth behind why most businesses fail, and how yours can become one of the few that make it. The harsh reality of starting a business. Every entrepreneur begins with a vision, a spark. You imagine waking up without a boss, running your own company, building something from nothing. For a moment, that dream feels unstoppable. But the numbers tell another story. The journey from idea to income isn't a straight line, it's a battlefield. Most founders underestimate how much time, energy, and money it actually takes to survive even the first year. In the early days, there's excitement. Friends cheer you on. Maybe you land your first few clients. But soon the reality sets in, bills don't stop, competition rises, and your time disappears faster than your cash. This is where most businesses quietly begin to die. Not because the idea was bad, but because the founder burns out before the business ever finds its rhythm. The stress of slow sales, unpaid invoices, and endless responsibilities starts to replace the excitement that once drove you. And the cruel part? Most failures aren't dramatic, they're slow. A missed marketing opportunity here, a poor cash decision there. The dream fades one decision at a time. The truth is, passion alone isn't enough. Every successful business has structure, a plan for money, for marketing, for growth. Without it, even the most brilliant idea becomes just another statistic. And that's why the next step, marketing, becomes the lifeline that determines whether your business breathes or collapses. The marketing mistake that kills most businesses. If there's one mistake that silently destroys more businesses than any other, it's this. They never learn how to market themselves. Many founders believe that doing good work will automatically attract clients. They rely on word of mouth, a few referrals from friends, a social media post here and there, and hope it keeps the lights on. But hope is not a marketing strategy. Think of marketing as the oxygen of your business. Without it, your pipeline dries up, and once that happens, even the best product can't survive. Marketing isn't about shouting louder. It's about building a message that makes people care. It's about creating trust long before a sale ever happens. Every successful business, from a local bakery to a tech startup, has one thing in common: a consistent flow of attention. The truth is, marketing isn't someone else's job. It's everyone's responsibility, from the founder to the intern. It's the story you tell in every conversation, every post, every pitch. And here's the secret. You don't need a huge budget. You need consistency. The businesses that win are the ones that keep showing up with a clear message, a human touch, and a reason for people to believe in them. So, before you blame the market or your competition, ask yourself one question. Are you really out there telling your story, or just waiting for the phone to ring? Because in business, silence kills faster than failure. Building what people actually want. One of the most common and costly mistakes entrepreneurs make is falling in love with their own idea. They spend months, sometimes years, building a product they think people want, only to discover no one is willing to pay for it. It's a painful truth. The market doesn't care about your idea. It cares about its own problems. The difference between the businesses that fail and the ones that thrive comes down to one skill: listening. The survivors don't just build, they test, they adapt, and they learn from feedback early and often. You don't need millions in capital or a flashy launch. You need to get your idea out fast, in its simplest form, and let real people tell you if it matters. Because when someone is willing to pay for what you offer, not just compliment it, that's when you know you're solving a real problem. As the saying goes, talk is cheap, money talks. Every dollar a customer spends is a vote of confidence in your business. And if no one's voting, it's time to change the campaign, not double down on the same speech. Test early, adapt quickly, build what people need, not just what you love. Because at the end of the day, businesses don't die from lack of effort, they die from building something nobody truly wanted. Managing money like a survivor. For many entrepreneurs, failure doesn't come from a bad idea, it comes from running out of money. Cash flow is the heartbeat of every business, and yet too many founders treat it like an afterthought. They rent fancy offices, buy expensive tools, hire too soon, chasing the image of success instead of building the foundation for it. The truth is, the strongest businesses often start lean. No investors, no luxury setups, just grit, discipline, and a spreadsheet. Real survivors know that every dollar has a purpose. They spend less than they earn, reinvest wisely, and never go all in on a single move. They understand that growth isn't about spending, it's about sustaining. Think of your business like a campfire. Fuel it too fast and it burns out. Feed it steadily and it can last all night. That's the principle behind bootstrapping, building something real with what you have and growing from profit, not debt. It's not glamorous, it's not loud, but it's how thousands of quiet, unstoppable entrepreneurs have built freedom without investors breathing down their necks. And when you finally make a profit, protect it. Reinvest, yes, but keep a cushion. Because storms come, recessions, bad months, lost clients, and the ones who survive are those who built a safety net before they needed it. In business, your survival isn't determined by how much you make, but by how much you keep. Passion, discipline, and the long game. Every successful entrepreneur shares one thing in common. They lasted long enough to win. In a world obsessed with overnight success, the truth is far less glamorous. Real growth is slow, unsexy, and painfully consistent. Passion gets you started, but discipline keeps you in the race. Because passion fades when the sales are slow, when you're working nights, when your friends don't understand why you're still chasing this thing that's barely paying the bills. That's when discipline takes over. The discipline to show up every day, even when no one's watching. To keep learning, refining, and moving forward 1 inch at a time. Building a business isn't a sprint. It's a marathon of mindset. And the ones who win don't just work hard, they work smart. They keep expenses low. They delay taking a salary. They reinvest instead of rewarding themselves too early. That's how empires are built quietly, from spare bedrooms, garage offices, and late nights fueled by coffee and belief. Because success doesn't announce itself. It creeps up after years of effort disguised as just another workday. And if you can keep your fire burning through the slow chapters, the ones nobody posts about, you'll find yourself standing where most gave up. That's the real secret. The game isn't won by the fastest starter, but by the last one standing. 90% of businesses fail, but not because their ideas were bad. They fail because they stop too soon, spend too fast, or never learn how to sell their story. The ones who make it, they adapt, they endure, and they never go silent. Success isn't about luck, it's about resilience. If you stay disciplined, listen to your market, and keep your fire alive, you can be part of the 10% who thrive. Like, subscribe, and share. Someone you know might need this today.